Hey guys, just doing a market update video today on the QQQ and the 15-minute time frame. So essentially, the blue line that I was talking about yesterday, this megaphone looking pattern that every trader doesn't like because you get stopped out both ways. Imagine you go like this and you buy something over here, you get stopped out, and then you get stopped out who again. So everybody that's shorted or went long gets stopped out both ways. And essentially, yesterday we closed right at the resistance of the uptrending megaphone. And we can see that we pulled back already in the after hours trading yesterday. And then when the futures also pulled back, so that's how we gapped down. And we were anticipating a bearish PCE data due to January CPI data and PCE data both being hot. So it was very obvious that we're also going to get a hot January data as well today. So that's what happened, and that's where we get this bearish drop as well. And we can see that we dropped through the support of the megaphone, and we try to get above it right at the open, and we hit the yesterday's support right here, yesterday's low, becoming today's resistance. So we reject right away from that. And as you can see, when we reject from there, we dropped a lot lower. And we bounce back up again and try to test that megaphone resistance again over here. And we rejected from that. So right when we had that tightening range, you can see I drew this purple looking line down here, support and resistance. So essentially the purple looking line is equilibrium, meaning that it trades in a tightening range. So you can see we have a big drop and it starts to tighten up, and then this tighten as well gets a smaller, and it gets smaller and smaller and smaller. So right when we get close to the end of a tightening range, we'll likely get a break, either bearish or bullish. So when it breaks, likely the volume will come in and it would go on that side. So we broke bull, but we hit the megaphone resistance again and rejected from that. So we drop all the way back down. We had a bullish reaction, and we tested the equilibrium right here. So it was resistance and then becomes support down here. And we bounced from that, and then we only have 5 minutes left. So there wasn't much follow through for us to trade. So market closed, and now we're just after hours, nothing going on. So essentially what the bulls want to see on Monday or Monday pre-market is we break above today's high. So essentially this high that we rejected from, and going back above this megaphone and this resistance as well. So we want to break above this area and start a hourly uptrend. Let's go to the hourly chart. Clear this real quick. And so the hourly chart right now is in a, let me see here, in a no trend. So we are in an hourly uptrend. Let me see here. Double bottom, lower high, and we briefly made a higher high. So you guys can see that this high and this last hour candle broke above this hourly candle that we had this morning. So essentially this is a hourly uptrend with no follow through. So essentially we didn't have enough time, but so I'm not gonna say this is an hourly uptrend. We got like 10 minutes to try to break it, and then we just reject from it. So I'm not gonna count that as an hourly uptrend. So essentially we want to see is we break above this high to form an hourly uptrend, and then after an hourly uptrend, we want to see a 4-hour uptrend. Let me clear that a second. And let's see a 4-hourly uptrend, meaning this 4-hour we need to break and have a lower high, and then break above this high to have a 4-hourly uptrend. So if you have a 4-hourly uptrend, then we can start scouting a daily trend change. So once we get a daily trend change, we'll likely get a weekly trend change as well. Lots of us have been waiting to scout a weekly higher low here. since we're in a weekly uptrend. So if we get to scout the weekly higher, if we nail that, we're very likely going to get a very decent gain. But nobody knows if the market is actually going to head a lot higher or not. So we can just have to go through the price action day by day. So right now I am essentially looking for the hourly, so not get ahead of ourselves. So once we get our hourly uptrend, and I will likely add more into TQQQ and scale even more in. But as for now, I already scaled in my first position down here, TQQ at 21.57. Essentially, TQQQ is the 3x leverage ETF for bulls for QQQ. So when QQQ moves up 1%, TQQQ will move up 3%. So essentially, if we broke the low of today, we'll likely have another move down. So I'm going to be watching for that as well. And as long as we don't break the low of today, I will be holding in my positions and scaling in more. And yeah, we'll go from there. Have a great weekend, everyone, and we'll see how Monday goes.